A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello everyone and welcome to A+ English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And we are going to be heading out to hike. In other words, going hiking.
好，我们要去健行。
Hiking!
Really? I'm not
Come
really.
on!
Okay.
So wait, I can already guess your answer to this question. Do you like hiking? Let me use my ability to read your mind. The answer is no.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
That's kind of right.
Okay, why do you not like hiking? Why or why not? That's the second part of the question. So why? Why do you not like hiking?
I don't dislike it.
Okay.
But I don't particularly love it.
Right.
However, I would want to try hiking if I had more free time.
Okay, if you had more free time, maybe you knew someone who could take you to all the best hiking places. I think I'm probably like you. I like hiking, but the weather in Taiwan can often be so hot and, more importantly, humid, right? It's very sticky in the summer, so walking up hills, even if it's beautiful, even if all the nature around me is gorgeous, but all that walking in the hot weather, is there such a thing as air-conditioned hiking?
Oh, I would be totally interested in that.
If I walk around a shopping mall in the summertime, am I hiking?
Not really.
Not really, but it's air conditioned, so you know, you can get exercise in lots of ways, and hiking is a great way to exercise, but it's also a great way to get out and see nature. That's why people love it, even if it's a little too hot for me and
you get sweaty.
Too hard work for you. But there you go. Maybe after reading the article, we're going to have our minds changed and we're going to love hiking. We'll certainly be getting a lot of cool and interesting information about it. So let's check out the article.
Heading out to hike? Read this first. Warm-up question. Do you like hiking? Why or why not?
Hiking is an excellent way to see nature with your family and friends. Taiwan is full of very special mountain areas. What's more, you can only get to some of them on foot. Before every hike, you need to prepare well. Most importantly, you need the right shoes. Good hiking boots are waterproof and have good grip. Next, you'll need a first aid kit. It should have bandages and saline to clean cuts. It's also important to bring lots of water. Water purification tablets are useful because they make stream water safe to drink. Lastly, you need a good backpack. Look for something waterproof, light, and comfortable. Then you'll be ready for your adventure.
All right, so as our article begins, we get a little bit of an idea of what hiking is and why people like it so much. As it says in our first sentence, hiking is an excellent way to see nature with your family and friends.
Oh.
Yes, nature, friends, hiking, sweat.
我们来看一下，一开始就提到，哇，我们今天要讲的课文是 hiking 健行，它是一个非常棒的方式，跟你的家人啦，还有朋友一起去看 nature，也就是大自然呐。
Absolutely. Now, I'm not sure I love hiking, but I do agree with the next sentence. Taiwan is full of very special mountain areas. It really is. And one of the good things about the mountains in Taiwan is they're not too big. They're not too dangerous,
That's
right?
true.
You don't need the ropes and you don't need all that safety equipment. I mean, it's good to have and good to know about, but you can really hike in many beautiful places all over Taiwan. That's absolutely true.
那如果你是喜欢健行的人，你应该会很喜欢台湾这个好所在，因为台湾是一个充满很多有非常特别的山区的一个地方哦。当我们看到 be full of something 这个片语，就是充满着什么什么，有很多什么的意思。像是如果提到一部电影，它充满很多的欢笑以及这个眼泪，就是有点感觉它是有点感人的那种哦。就是 This movie is full of laughter and tears.
Oh, is it a movie about when we go hiking?
Probably.
There'd be a lot of laughter.
Tears.
Laughter. You're not wearing those shoes, and then tears. Oh my God, it's so hot out here. Anyways, that sounds like an interesting movie. But yes, back to Taiwan. Great places to go hiking here. What's more, the article continues. And, in other words, you can only get to some of them on foot. Wow, that's actually interesting. Some of the most beautiful places. Maybe pictures you've seen in travel books or on TV. Those are from places you can't drive to. You can't take your scooter or anything. You have to hike. So if you want to see these special places, you have to go there on foot or by walking.
另外呢，我觉得这一点也很棒。哇，你还可以直接怎么样？步行就可以上山了。What's more？就是还有什么？此外，另外，或者我们可以用 in addition or moreover，都是有着在附加一个额外的事情。那这些都是非常常见的转折词。到底还有哪些非常常见的转折词又要怎么用呢？我们要请教我们的 Magic Box 老师。
Magic Box。从前，从前，有位皇后生下了一位美丽的公主，然后呢，她便邀请了大家参与盛宴。不过，邪恶的魔女并没有受邀，但是她却不请自来。更糟的是，还对公主下了魔咒。天哪，越讲越精彩啊！童话故事为什么会这么好看呢？虽美人我是怎么把故事讲得如此的精彩？其实啊，故事中的起承转合可是非常非常重要啊，尤其呢是其中的转，正是把故事推到最高点的一大工程啦。那我们快来看看英文有哪些常见的转折词吧。The queen gave birth to a lovely girl. Then she invited everyone to celebrate it. 没有错，皇后呢生了一位美丽的公主。Then 然后她邀请大家一同庆祝。有听清我刚刚说的 then 吗？这个呢，也就是最常见的然后啊，或是接着的意思。当然，你也可以用 next。那像这种表示先后顺序的转折词，还有像是 first、second、last， 第一、第二、最后这些也算哦。那 the evil witch wasn't invited. However, she still went to the celebration. 邪恶的女巫并没有受邀。重点来哦，但是她还是不请自来啊。每次听到这个但是啊，就会知道说，有什么事情要发生咯。像是 however 就是一个经典的转折用法啦，和它一样表达对比的用法，还有像是 nevertheless 虽然、然而，或者是 on the other hand 另一方面怎么样怎么样等等的。恐怖的来了，更糟的是 What's worse? She put a spell on the girl. 没有错，她对那女孩下了魔咒啊！各位朋友，这边的 What's worse 也是属于其中的一种转折哦。尤其呢，在你想要加重强调某件事情的时候，另外像是 most importantly。更重要的是 especially 尤其是indeed 确实是，这些呢也都是一种强调的一个转折词哦。那大家是不是很好奇那女孩最后如何了呢？哒啦！不瞒你说啦，刚刚的那些呢都是我本人的故事，聪明的你还没有听出来吗？你看我现在好端端的没有怎么样嘛，那都是因为呢我的 prince， 我的王子给了我一个 kiss， 破除了这个魔咒。真的是很帅 finally, the prince and the princess lived happily ever after. 是的，像 finally 最后 and conclusion 也是一种转折词哦，主要呢用来引导出结论的。大家赶快把这些词套用看看，精彩的故事你也会说得非常好哦。
And we also mentioned the phrase on foot.
Yes.
你们应该可以猜得出来吧？因为 foot 就是脚啦，所以 on foot 就是步行走路，它是一个片语哦。像是呢，you can get to my house on foot from the MRT station.
I can walk to your house
Yes.
from the MRT station.
没错。
All right. And of course, the idea would be it's not too far. I mean, I could get to Kaohsiung on foot, but I wouldn't do that. It would take too long. So if we say that somewhere you can get there on foot, it means you can walk and it won't take you, 2 days. Take you a few minutes or something like that. Back to the article. It says, before every hike, you need to prepare well. Yes, the news has had a few stories recently of people being lost in the mountains and things like that. So it's a very, very, very important tip. Before every hike, before you go hiking, you need to prepare well. Be ready with things, know where you're going. Take some extra clothes or food or water. Tell people where you're going. Do all of these things to prepare to get ready for your hike. Because if you face any trouble, hopefully it won't be too bad.
OK， 所以在践行之前，当然呢，我们需要做这个做足准备，因为有可能牵涉到一些安全上的问题啦。不过，首先我们先来看一下第一个 word power word prepare。Prepare 是个动词，就是指准备、筹备的意思哦。像是如果你们要开 party 的话呢，一定要 prepare the food and drinks， 准备好这个食物还有饮料。或者是妈妈晚上的时候，当然会帮我们准备晚餐 prepare dinner。当然呢，如果要考试之前，你们一定要做好准备，一定要用功读书。You have to prepare for your test， 或是像是什么，你也要做好准备。Interview, prepare for your interview. 如果要去做一个工作的面试，也要做足准备。我们来看一下课文例句要怎么用哦。We prepared for our trip by putting clothes in a bag. 我们将衣物装进包包里面，为我们的旅行做准备。
All right, so yes, prepare for a hike, and the better you prepare, the more fun you will have, and the fewer problems you will have.
The safer you'll be.
That's right, and since you're doing it on foot, well, think about your feet first. As the article says, most importantly, you need the right shoes. Your normal walking shoes, the shoes you might walk around in a city in and be very comfortable with, might not be so good when you're walking on rocks and up mountains. It might be raining and slippery and all that stuff. So just a comfortable pair of shoes probably won't be enough. As it says, most importantly, you need the right shoes. Good hiking boots are waterproof and have good grip. In other words, your feet won't get wet if it rains, and they will stop you from slipping on slippery, muddy rocks and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely.
I've never tried those ones, okay?
A whole new line of fashion for you to get into.
OK， 所以更重要的是呢，你需要穿适合的鞋子哦。那很好的一双就是健行靴，是防水的，而且它有很好的抓地力哦。首先我们来看一下刚刚有出现的 hiking boots， 就是健行靴，而我们提到它是 waterproof， 这个形容词就是防水的意思。而 grip 这个字本身有紧抓住这样的意思，它是在这里当作名词来用哦。
Absolutely. Next we read you'll need a first aid kit. Very good tip. If you're traveling, you should have a first aid kit in your car if you're driving. A first aid kit is something that is useful in lots of situations. And when you need it and you don't have it, it might be too late to get it. So bring one with you before you have any emergencies. As it says here, a first aid kit, it should have bandages and saline to clean cuts. Because I guess, hiking, you might get bitten by insects or people might fall and hurt their knees or hands. You'll get these cuts. So the bandages will help stop them from bleeding and the saline will keep them clean as you take care of it.
But it
Good
might
tip.
sting a little bit.
It might sting a little bit. That's true.
OK， 所以接着你需要一个急救包或是急救箱，就是 first aid kit。那里面应该要有什么东西呢？会有 bandage， 就是绷带啦，以及 saline， 就是生理食盐水来清洁这个伤口哦。那我刚刚说它会 sting， 可能会一开始刺刺的，因为就是 cut 都会这样子嘛。对了，提到了 cut， 这是我们的第二个 word power word。So let's take a look at this word.
Cool.
Cut. 注意哦，今天的 word power word cut 是当作名词来用，表示伤口或是切口的意思。那平常 cut 当作动词就有切的意思嘛。那像是有时候我们常常小心哦，拿纸的时候，可能会被就是纸张给割到，这个就叫做 a paper cut。那有时候呢，如果不小心被割伤的话，也可以说 I got a cut on my arm， 像是我的手背被切到或是有割伤，就可以这么说啦。我来看一下课文例句 ：After the accident, Marcel went to the hospital with a cut on his head. After the accident, Marcel went to hospital with a cut on his head. 意外发生后 ，Marcel 带着头上的伤口去了医院。
All right, so we're still looking at some of the things you can do to prepare when you go hiking. A pair of good, comfortable shoes, a first aid kit in case there are any little accidents. Here's another thing that's super important. It's also important to bring lots of water.
For sure.
We are human beings. We are mammals. We need water.
Yes, H2O.
That's right.
OK， 所以带很多的水也是超重要的哦。这里我们看到 lots of water， 很多人可能会想到，a lot of。Lots of 有什么差别 ？They are pretty much the same， 就是很多、大量的意思。如果真的要分别，就是 lots of 比较口语一点啦。那我们可以用在什么地方 ？A lot of, lots of 用在名词的前面。那名词可以是可数或是不可数。举例来说 ，There are a lot of people at the party， or there are lots of people at the party。在派对上有很多人。而 a lot 我们可以当作代名词用，举例来说 ，I've got a lot to do or a lot of work to do， 就是我有很多工作要做。A lot 也可以当作副词来用，就是非常怎么样的意思哦。OK， 举例来说 ，Thanks a lot.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, 就是 Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And of course, we would never say bring much water, bring many water. Never, ever, ever say that. A lot of water is a good idea. Here's another good idea. Actually, I would not have thought of this one, but it makes a lot of sense. Water purification tablets are useful because they make stream water safe to drink. That's right. I mean, this is a bit more of an emergency situation. You're lost. You've finished all the water that you brought with you. There are streams and little rivers up there in the mountain, but you don't know if the water is clean enough to drink. If it's not, it could make you sick.
Oh, no.
So there are these things called water purification tablets, and it's some kind of chemical. It cleans the water, kills any things that germs or things in the water that might make you sick. It might not taste so good,
I know, I was gonna
but it will
say.
keep you alive and stop you from getting sick, and that could be really important, again, in an emergency situation. But like a first aid kit, if you don't have it when you go and then you discover we need this, you won't be able to buy it then.
There's no 7-Eleven.
There's no 7-Eleven, so take it with you.
OK， 所以接下来这个东西我很好奇，用了之后水好不好喝哦？就是净水片 （water purification tablet）， 它们非常的实用。为什么呢？因为它们可以让溪流的水安全使用。没错，因为我们不想让喝了落塞或是生病哦。但不过这里出现我们第三个 word power word stream。Let's take a look。大家看到 stream 这个字，有没有觉得很眼熟？因为我们从小到大唱的一首歌 ，Row row row your boat gently down the stream， 硬是要唱 stream 就是小河、溪流的意思，它是一个名词哦。像是通常我觉得，这个小河都是蛮浅的吼。The stream is shallow. We can just walk across it. 我们就可以直接走过去，因为它很浅啦。 我们来看一下课文例句要怎么用这个字。Mary likes to walk along the little stream through the forest. The sound of the water makes her feel calm. Mary 喜欢沿着小溪流走过森林，河水的声音让她感到平静。
All right, so we've got all this stuff that's really useful. We, of course, our shoes are on our feet, but we've got our water purification tablets, our
First aid kit.
We got to carry all of this stuff.
Oh,
you
that's
can't just
right.
go hiking like this with an
With a
arm
kit.
full of junk. So what do? Well, lastly, it says you need a good backpack. Look for something waterproof, light, and comfortable. A good tip for buying a backpack or a knapsack, as some people say, anytime. In this case, of course, your backpack will be going hiking. I think they have something called a hiking pack.
Oh.
And it's kind of small, it's a little lighter, you know, it might be very, very useful when you're going hiking. Yeah.
OK， 最后你需要一个非常好的一个背包，你可以找这种防水的啦、轻便的以及舒服的包包哦。Backpack 就是指旅行包或是后背包的那一种。不过其中我们刚刚有提到一个形容词 light， 我们现在来看一下它怎么用。Light 在本课当中就是指轻便的或是体重很轻的这样的意思哦，它是一个形容词。那当然它的相反词就是 heavy， 很重的意思。比方像是这个盒子还蛮轻的，超级轻的，我们就可以说 This box is super light。我们来看一下课文例句。My jacket is very light, but it's not very warm. 我的外套很轻，但不是很保暖哦。
All right, so we've got everything we need in a knapsack to carry it all in. I think we are in the article. It agrees. It says, then, once you have all this stuff, then you'll be ready for your adventure.
Whoa.
So I don't need to wear clothes?
Of course
they didn't say anything. Oh, you do wear clothes.
We do wear clothes.
I would hope so. It wasn't on the
go.
list, but I guess
true.
you'd be crazy
That's
not
true.
to. So, yes.
Exactly. They didn't mention food either.
Ooh,
Anyway,
true.
然后
Or sunglasses.
你就可以准备好去冒险了。Adventure 在这里指的当然就是冒险的意思啦，它是个名词。Well, I guess that's it for our day one article. Let's now go to our review time.
Review time.
All right, so we have a very quick round of opposites for our review.
相反词
We're going to look over the 4 new words: prepare, cut, stream, and light, and I will give you an opposite of one of the words here.
Okay.
Totally different
有
meaning.
点难呢。
So let's start easy. Heavy.
这个我刚刚有讲过，很重的，相反当然就是 light，
Yes,
很
it's
轻
very
的。
heavy or it's very light. It's
Right.
easy to lift. Let's see another opposite. Okay, kind of an opposite.
Kind of.
Ocean.
那就是大海、海洋。那小一点当然就是 stream。
Yeah, stream. An ocean is a huge body of water.
Stream.
Thank you. And an ocean is a very small body of water, right? Right.
That's
So it's
right.
kind of an opposite. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Be safe out there if you go hiking. Start to gather some of those things because they are very, very useful. And what else would be useful would be to come back and join us tomorrow.
Yay!
Because we have more about hiking, and it's going to be great. We're going to tell you about some of the cool places to go hiking
I wanna go.
in Taiwan. All right, we'll be going. See you then. Bye.
Heading out to hike? Read this first. Warm-up question. Do you like hiking? Why or why not?
Hiking is an excellent way to see nature with your family and friends. Taiwan is full of very special mountain areas. What's more, you can only get to some of them on foot. Before every hike, you need to prepare well. Most importantly, you need the right shoes. Good hiking boots are waterproof and have good grip. Next, you'll need a first aid kit. It should have bandages and saline to clean cuts. It's also important to bring lots of water. Water purification tablets are useful because they make stream water safe to drink. Lastly, you need a good backpack. Look for something waterproof, light, and comfortable. Then you'll be ready for your adventure. Word power! Prepare. Prepare. We prepared for our trip by putting clothes in a bag. We prepared for our trip by putting clothes in a bag. Cut. Cut. After the accident, Marcel went to the hospital with a cut on his head. After the accident, Marcel went to the hospital with a cut on his head. Stream. Stream. Mary likes to walk along the little stream through the forest. The sound of the water makes her feel calm. Mary likes to walk along the little stream through the forest. The sound of the water makes her feel calm. Light. Light. My jacket is very light, but it's not very warm. My jacket is very light, but it's not very warm.
认识字汇
Waterproof. Waterproof. Grip. Grip. Adventure. Adventure.